Today, I am going to be sharing with you 3 things that I would have done differently as a childcare business owner, knowing what I know now. So that's what we're going to talk about. If you're new here, first of all, I just want to say welcome to Ashley Benz Consulting, Childcare Business Executive Tools here on Facebook. If you're watching this over on YouTube, I want to say welcome because we will be repurposing this over on YouTube as well. But my name, for those of you that are new here, my name is Ashley Benz of ashleybenz.com and Ashley Benz Consulting of Childcare Business Executive Tools. I am the founder and creator of Childcare Business Executive Tools. I've actually been running my online business since 2016, and I have been working with hundreds and hundreds of owners over the years, helping them basically run successful childcare businesses. Now, I am the #1 childcare business consultant that empowers owners to be able to have a great work-life balance, okay? And we'll talk a little bit more about that. But anyway, I do this by specializing in ecosystems and automation. Now, my mission is to provide solutions to owners that help them be alleviated from the need of having to be on site so that to be on site while their childcare business runs effectively and efficiently without them. And the reason for this is because for 2 things, okay? I want owners to be able to not have to be locked down at their centers or preschool programs or whatever that they have for 2 things. #1, so you can build the business of your dreams, and while having harmony between work and life. So days are over, you guys, where, we get into hustling. Okay. When I started my business back in 2005, hustle was the name of the game. I mean, it was just go, 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 go. But when I started, I was 21. Okay. So I'll give you guys a little bit of background about that, and then we'll hop into today's topic. But when I started, I was 21. At that point, my childcare business was my life, right? I wasn't married. I had no kids. I mean, that was just my life. Then I got married, and then we had Nova, and the childcare business could no longer just, be everything, right? I could not have it to consume my life. Okay. It could no longer take the place of being my world, because I had a husband and I had a daughter they are my world. And so there really had to be a lot of shifts and changes. And I'm just going to be honest with you, it was very hard to do that. Okay. And it really does go into a mindset thing. So again, my mission is to provide those solutions to owners, to be able to help them alleviate the need to be on site for their childcare business to run effectively and efficiently, so that they can be able to run that childcare business of your dreams, and have a balance between work and life. So that is my mission. Also, if you are trying to get started, my mission is to help aspiring childcare owners to start this thing off right and not have to make the mistakes that I did. Okay. There is a better way of doing it. And today, again, we're going to talk about 3 things that I would do differently as a childcare business owner, knowing what I know now. So before we hop into those 3 things, I would love to ask you and invite you to go ahead and share this video out to anyone that you feel. Just share it. Okay. Because somebody around you that might know you is going to need this information. Okay. Also, go ahead and give me some likes and hearts if you're sitting here watching. Say hello in the comments as well. And just do that for me. There's me being rusty, but just do that for me real quick. Go ahead and give this video a like, share it, do all those things. Okay. And comment down below too, if you're here watching live. So thank you so much for that. Okay. So 3 things I would do differently as a childcare business owner, knowing what I know now. So what kind of prompted me to even talk about this topic? Well, #1, this is February the 1st. Okay. So let's just start where we are at currently. Okay. This is February the 1st. And so I want to ask you a question. If you look back over the last 30 days, do you feel that you are where you should be at right now on February the 1st of 2020 to be able to reach your childcare business goals by December 31st of 2022. Okay, did I say 2020? If I said 2020, I mean 2022. Okay, let me ask that again. On this date, February 1 of 2022, do you feel like that you are where you should be at? Okay, do you feel like you're on track to reach your childcare business goals by December 31 of 2022? Okay, and so this is something that I actually do myself. Is I will about every 4 weeks, and this is something my coach has me to do, but about every 4 weeks, I like to go over and I like to examine. I have 4 main goals that I'm trying to accomplish. They are mixed with my business goals and my personal goals. And I go over and I ask myself, am I where I need to be at? Okay. Am I where I need to be at? Right. And so this live today and this video, if you're watching the pre-recorded of it, I'm going to help you determine if you are where you, now, most people already know. Let's just be honest. Okay. And if you are new to me, please know that I keep it 100. Okay. So I'm not the person to come to if you would like to have some sort of a flowery, packaged up answer to things. I'm going to tell you the truth, but most people know if they're where they should be at. Okay. And so, so with that being said, if you're not where you need to be at, just listen up. Okay. And I don't want to make this video long-winded. It's been a while since I've been on here. So I am feeling that excitement about being back on live, but just listen up. Okay. Because I'm going to share with you some things that I would do differently. And I hope that you take these things and I hope that you do things differently as well so that you can reach those goals by December 31st. So the first thing, I would have really understood the money side of things. Okay. You guys, when I started my childcare business and I opened my doors, I had no budget plan. I charged way too low. Okay. I kept horrible financial records. Okay. Literally the person that I am today and the person that I was when I started, just two totally different peoples. But there is no way on God's green earth right now that I would be keeping any horrible financial records. But I kept horrible financial records and I didn't even have a good working computer. Okay. So I went into this thing head first. I had the passion. I previously worked at childcare businesses and childcare centers. And I saw what the need that I saw a need for proper management. And I guess now that I even think about it, maybe that is why I harp so much of, owners having a great work-life balance, because the director and the owner that I completely have in mind right now of a childcare business that I worked at, she was just tired, right? Just plumb tired all the time. You could see it. And that affected how she managed her childcare business. Okay. So those things right there, the money, the budget, I would have really understood the money side of things and I would have did that from the get-go. Okay. The next thing is that I would have taken the business side more seriously than I did. Okay. I would have really kind of shifted my focus and made sure that the business side, like I understood those things. Okay. So we kind of talked about the money, but now the whole, just the entire everything, not just the money, but the entire machine, you guys. Running a childcare business and owning one, it is a machine. And let me tell you what part of the machine that most people like to focus their energies on, which is what I did. So that part is the lesson planning, the curriculum, okay, and the day-to-day stuff. That is where my energy lied. Okay. That was my main focus. When I woke up in the morning, it was about lesson planning, what activities, cutting out apples, those kind of things, right? It was the day-to-day things. Okay. And although those areas of my business flourish very well, I'm telling you guys, I can still lesson plan today. You give me 10 kids in the classroom, give me 15, whatever, toddlers, preschoolers, you give me those kids, I can sit down and and I can lesson plan, like I can literally come up with a lesson plan probably in about 15 minutes and, and have something to teach with children. Okay. But those side of my business flourished very well. But the other parts that I couldn't see at the time, because I was 21, went head first in, excited about all this stuff. Kids enrollment started happening. I was all those things. But what I couldn't see happening in the background was that I was literally running a failing business. That's just what was happening. So I was pretty much creating what I was creating for myself was just a job. I was not creating a business. I was not creating something that was going to be a legacy for my family. I was not creating freedom for myself. I didn't know that. I thought that me focusing on making sure that I had a great curriculum was eventually going to lead somewhere down the road, was going to lead to this freedom. Okay. Because one of the reasons why I opened my childcare business, okay, besides, wanting to work with children, was I just wanted to be my own boss. Let me share this with you guys. My parents would take us all the time, just very often we would go on drives, and we would go on drives in just these fancy neighborhoods. Okay. I'm talking about big houses. We didn't grow up like that. And my parents would always tell me, Ashley, you can have you can live like this, but you're going to have to work hard for it. And so one of the things as I got older that I noticed that these people that live in these huge houses, they always ran their own business. So now we go to the Parade of Homes. I love the Parade of Homes. But if you notice, okay, and I like to call it the what do they do house. Have you ever been into a home and it's like, what do they do? Right. Well, these people, they own their own businesses. And so I think just that kind of ingrained in myself. And then when I saw that there was a need in my community for quality childcare and childcare that had the owner and the management that wasn't so run down, that could provide proper management, which also, which trickles down to those children. For me, that freedom was also there as well as in regards to my why. And so I really thought that if I focus on making sure that children had, all the things that they needed, that was going to lead me to this freedom lifestyle that I was looking for. But I was so wrong. And so what happened was, again, in the background running of my business, it was just failing, and I didn't know it. Okay. I did not know it. So what I would do differently is I would have taken the business side more seriously. And yes, I'm going to make sure that I have great lesson planning and curriculum, and that I'm able to train my staff and teachers on what my lesson planning and my curriculum and things like that are. I am going to make sure that I would make sure that I have great day-to-day operations. I'm going to make sure those things. But you know what I'm going to really make sure? I'm going to make sure that I'm actually making money at this, because I did not come into this to create a job for myself. Like to me, that would be so pointless for you to take all this time and energy, right, to build something. When you're talking about building something, I'm talking about brick by brick, so to speak, for you to be technically an employee of your preschool program, childcare center, home daycare, Montessori school, whatever that you have. I'm not doing it. It would be let me just say this, okay? Because the cost it takes to actually get a childcare business up and running, and to actually have it to functioning on a day-to-day basis, it's a lot of money. You just be better off going to a job that somebody else has already done all that, and they're successful at doing that, and just go work for somebody else. Okay. If you're going to not run it like an executive would, okay, if you're not going to be able to have that focus like an executive would. So the third thing that I would do is I would have hired more help beyond the classroom needs before I was financially ready to do that. Okay, let me say that again. I would have hired more help beyond the classroom needs. Okay, so I'm talking about, yes, you're going to need teachers. Yes, you're going to need, admin staff. You're going to need those things, but you are also going to need experts people that specialize in certain parts of running a childcare business or a business in general, you're going to need that stuff. And I would have hired more help beyond the classroom needs, beyond the day-to-day operation needs sooner than later. Okay. And before I was financially ready. Yes. Yes. So here's what I would always tell myself. I would always say, I just can't afford that right now. We can't afford that. I can't afford that director. Okay. And let me just say this for anyone that's new here, I started as a home daycare and then transitioned into a center. So I've been in every level of running a childcare business. So I remember me even saying, oh, I just can't afford that extra help. If you're home daycare, I just can't afford that right now. Or, I don't know if we're ready for a director. I'm just not for sure. Okay. Here's the thing that I didn't know is that I could not afford not to, right? And the reason why is because while I was sitting there trying to do it all by myself, okay, the background things of the business was suffering. And that was choking my business growth. Okay. That was literally putting a chokehold on my business growth. It could not breathe and grow if I was too busy running the day-to-day, if I was too busy in the classrooms, if I was too busy teaching the taller classroom, if I was too busy, doing just all the day-to-day stuff, y'all. It's a lot of day-to-day stuff. Okay. So I really call this, there's a difference between roles, and we talked about this on our January training. So if you was a part of that training and joined us on our virtual training, we talked about the chain of command, and every business has a chain of command. Okay. In a childcare business, it is going to be the owner. Then you're going to have maybe a director. Okay. Then you might have an assistant director. Sometimes those can be 2 in 1. And then you're going to have a lead teacher, and then you're going to have an assistant teacher. You're going to have a cook. There is a reason for a chain of command. And when we do not want to do things decently and in order, this is when you're going to find yourself just really honestly running a business that is going to run you instead of you running it. And so a lot of times that's kind of what happens. Now I will tell you as I kind of start wrapping this up, and if you're just joining, come on in and say hello. I know I have not done a Facebook Live in, I don't know when, as I was saying in the beginning, but if you're joining, I would love to hear from you. I would love for you to say hello in the comments. Let me know where you're joining in from. And I see y'all hopping on. So good. Facebook has finally got the algorithm out that I'm here, but come on in and say hello. Let me know where you're joining in from. I would love to know, what stage of business are you? Are you trying to get started in this industry? Would love to be a licensed childcare business owner? Are you already a business owner? Leave in the comments for me so we can kind of chit chat and talk here for a second. But those are the things. And I know, especially this last part is to hire help beyond the classroom needs. You guys, I'm telling you, I have been an entrepreneur since I was 21. And the one piece I feel like that has always, and it's hard, I think it's hard for every entrepreneur, every business owner, but it is so hard to hire, beyond what you actually need in your business and do it before you're actually ready to do it. And I think a lot of that, it's just fear. It's fear of failure. It's fear of, if you invest in something, if you invest in automation, as I have posted yesterday, if you invest in those automation pieces, if you invest in those experts, if you invest in whatever that it is, that you're not going to get that money back. But I'm just telling you guys, it just makes the world of a difference. And so the reason why I am where I'm at now, even with this business here, is because I invest beyond what it needs to run on a day-to-day. Okay. And so just to recap, just the 3 things that I would do differently as a childcare business owner, knowing what I know now, I would have really understood the money side of things. Okay. Guys, you've got to have a budget. You do not expect to come in and try to start a business without a budget. Just don't even I even tell people, I have people that come to me all the time. Ashley, what's the first thing I need to do to start my childcare business? The very first thing I tell them is figure out how you can get one to profit. Okay. Do that first. Do not come into this thing and not know your numbers and not know how to budget and not, and at some point you're going to have to like doing that. Okay. So when I started out, I'm just honestly, I wasn't really a money person. I mean, I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, I see that. Okay, we look good. No, now you guys, like it's February the 1st. On my calendar, I have to make sure that by the 5th of every month that I have looked at all my books. Everything needs to get looked at to make sure I send it off to my bookkeeper. So on my calendar, I don't know when's the 5th. Today's Tuesday, so that would be Saturday, but probably Friday or Thursday. You guys, that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay. That is exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be looking at my numbers. Where are we at? And at the end of the day, you're either winning or losing at business, and winning or losing pretty much boils down to what is your, what's at the bottom of that P&L statement. Okay. What is left over? So anyway, the first thing, like I said, I would have really understood the money side of things. I would have taken the business side more seriously than I did. So that means I would have got, not so focused on the curriculum and the lesson planning. I would have done those things, but I would not have been as focused as I was on that, because that's really all I did. And really, I was just a teacher. Okay. I wasn't a business owner. And I would also, I would have hired more help beyond the classroom needs. Those are the things I would have done differently. And I honestly feel like if I would have done that at the start, oh my goodness, I would have been way further than I was. So, okay. So with that being said, as I wrap this up, it is February the 1st. The question I asked at the beginning, I'm going to ask it again. Okay. Do you feel on this date of February 1, 2022, do you feel like you are on track and where you should be at right now to reach your childcare business goals by December the 31st of 2022? Okay. So let's talk about that just really quick. Okay. If you're trying to get started, okay, are you on track to doing that? Or are you just procrastinating? Are you kind of stuck, right? Are you kind of frozen right now, right? Because if you are, then we only have 11 months left. We had 12. Now that's already gone. Okay. And you guys know how the years, it's just going to continue going on. It's just going to go faster. That's just it. And so, are you on track to be a licensed childcare business owner by December 31 of 2022 or sooner than that? Okay. Are you, if you are a current, if you're a home provider and you want to transition into a center, are you on track to do that? Okay. Today's February 1, we got 11 months left. And let me just say this, a lot of things people don't realize either is that yes, there's 12 months in a year, but sometimes when you kind of count in holidays, vacation time, things like that, really the year is actually shortened. So I kind of like to plan my year in about 10 months of it. And then usually there's always 2 months where I don't work at all. And, because that's just life. Okay. And so although we do have on the calendar, we have 11 months left, but really think about how many months of this year do you actually have left? If you really count in any kind of, if you're going to be going somewhere on vacation this year or the holidays time, just how much do you actually have left? Okay. So if you're a home childcare provider and you're trying to transition into a center, are you on track to do that? Are you on track to do that? If you are a childcare business owner currently, and you would love to be able to expand, you would love to be able to possibly, go from having one center to having open up your second location. Are you on track to do that? Okay, with the 11 months that we have left of this year. Okay, and if you're a childcare business owner, are you on track to do that and have a great work-life balance? See. So I really want to hop on today because I just wanted to get you to thinking about where you are. Okay, we're February 1. Now, let me just say this. If you're not on track, we can get you on track. That's not a problem. Okay, that's not an issue at all. Getting you on track to be able to reach your goals by December 31st of 2022. So it's still not too late. But what I will say is that a lot of times I talk to people. Actually, I was talking to someone yesterday. And they want to open up their own childcare business. And so they were saying that they didn't even know where to begin. Okay. If you do not know where to begin with wherever that you are, whether you're trying to get started, whether you are a current childcare business owner, there is something blocking you from moving to the next step, then you got, if and this is a big if, okay, if you are very serious, okay, if you're very committed to this goal, then you got to start moving. Okay, you just really have to start moving. And that's also something I want to talk about as well, just kind of touch upon, is the commitment level. That's just it. Because a lot of times people are not fully committed to their childcare business goals. I don't know how many people I have talked to over the years, and I would hear people say, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that. Ashley, I want to open up a center. I want to become licensed. I really want to have that great work-life balance, Ashley. I mean, these hours are just killing me right now. And they'll talk all that, but they're not fully committed. Because see, when you are committed to do something, it really does take a complete mindset shift and change. Okay. And so with that being said, I can help you get committed if you're not committed. Actually the committed part, I can motivate you to do that, but that is something that you have to be convicted on your own. However, I can help you discover maybe why you're not committed, or what's blocking you, what's not motivating you to really make that next step. So with that being said, I want to invite you. I'm going to leave a link down below. Okay. And I want to invite you to join the wait list. I am now accepting clients. And this is a brand new program, something I have never done before, you guys. I've been working on this since December. And we are now ready to kind of start rolling into this new program, but I don't even really have a name for it, to be honest with you. What I will tell you is that it's basically, I guess you would title the Ashley Benz Consulting and the Childcare Business Executive Team. So what I am doing is I am going to help owners who don't have the team behind them, because that's what you're going to need. Okay, you need a team of people. You need an army behind you. Okay, something I did not have. There was no resources out there available. Okay, there was nothing out there available to kind of basically, what I needed people that would be able to kind of take me under their wings and be able to allow me to be successful, but also to protect my work-life balance. Okay. So that's the difference between, pretty much what I do. Okay. I help you get started, remove yourself from the day-to-day operations. I just have a mom, Angela. If you guys are on you should see that testimonial on the Facebook page, over on my Instagram as well, probably on YouTube community. But she is currently on maternity leave, you guys, and she was able to do all those things. And she, in her testimony, she literally said it was because of her, my trainings and coaching and the consulting that I do. And so that's really what I'm after. I'm after people having experiences that they really, you don't get if you're working all the time. Okay. It's okay. It's okay to love your business, but I want you to love life even more. Okay. And I want you to be able to not just only exist, but live. And so you do have a lot of owners that are like that. They just kind of exist. They're running the day. It's the mundane. Anyway, I'm over here rambling. But what I will tell you is that this new program is Ashley Benz Consulting and the Childcare Business Executive Team. You will have access to experts, okay, not just me, but other experts that specialize in other areas that you're going to need to be able to make this thing happen. So what I will tell you is that this is for those that are really aggressively wanting to reach their goals by December 31st. Okay. And so what we're doing right now is we are, the wait list is open. Okay. And then once we give the wait list a little time to kind of get itself together and get you guys on the wait list, then we will be starting application process and going through all that. But what I will tell you is that this has never been done before in this market. Not the way I'm doing it. Not the way I'm doing it. I will tell you that. And also, I'm going to let you know that this is something that this is not me. Okay. This is, you guys, if you're new to me, please know that I'm a preacher's daughter. And so basically the way that I run my business and the way that I, come up with what needs to come up is just through him. So this is his thing. I'm just being a steward over it. He's told me to do this. Actually something I have just kind of not wanted to do, or I don't know, whatever you call it. I've had to make some mindset shifts. How about that? Okay. I've had to make some mindset shifts, and I'm so thankful because I have a coach that has helped me make this mindset shift. And so anyway, I'm just a steward over it, but I will tell you that this is, you won't be able to get this type of high level support that you need to build your childcare business. Okay. Whether you're starting it, whether you're trying to expand from your home to a center, whether you're trying to whatever, and you won't be able to get this anywhere else. That I will tell you, okay? So if you're interested, click the link down below. I've got more details for you. I've got to answer all your questions. And if there is any questions that did not get answered, just reach out to us. Anytime you're on our website at ashleybens.com, you're going to see there's a little icon for texting. You can text us, you can email us, or you can even come back here to this Facebook Live and plop anything down below in the comments. But I am going to leave that for you. And I'm so excited about this. I know I've been talking to a lot of people behind the scenes. You guys have been reaching out. You've been asking, Ashley, do you consult and things like that? And so the answer to that is yes, I do. I do now. So thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys being here. If you do have any questions, leave those in the comments down below. If you're watching the replay, say hello to me and do #replay. I really hope to be back into doing Facebook Lives. You guys, I'm telling y'all, the content stuff has been crazy over the last couple of years. I mean, having to be on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, and now there's TikTok and just all these things, you guys. I'm just one person that likes to protect my sanity and my work-life balance. And so, but I really hope to be getting back into the Facebook Lives. And so I know that's something that we are working on as well. So, all right, I'm going to be rambling, so I'm not going to do that anymore. Thank you again for joining me. I'll see you on the next Facebook Live. So thank you so much and have a great rest of your Tuesday. And we can do this, y'all. Okay. It's February 1. It is not too late. Okay. So don't let time continue to just slide by and you just continue to set. So, all right. Give me a second as I wrap up this live, and then I'll make sure to post that link down in the comments, and I'll see you later. Have a happy Tuesday.